An intimate evening with David Foster and Katharine McPhee coming to Miller Auditorium. And it is just that, a night with one of the biggest musical forces of our time.
That's exactly right. David Foster, he's a 16-time Grammy Award-winning writer and producer who'll be performing 4 decades of his hits along with his wife, Katharine McPhee. And don't worry, she'll be singing some of her favorite songs too. I recently had the opportunity to catch up with the duo to find out more about the show and what it's like being on the road together. Hi, David and Katharine. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. You guys are going to be joining us here in West Michigan soon. But I just wanted to start from the very beginning because this tour, it actually started during the pandemic to some extent.
It did. We were going when the first real weeks of the pandemic, when everyone was really at home. We went live on our Instagram accounts because we didn't have anything else to do. We thought, well, maybe some people will be entertained by us, and we were bantering back and forth.
Yeah, and then remember the USA Today rated us the #1 pandemic internet show. We thought, wow, we're doing something right here. And so the live touring came together. We've obviously
kind of gave us an idea of it. It didn't come after for a few more years after that, but it wasn't part of our plans as a couple, unconventional couple that we are. We didn't think oh, we know what we'll do. We'll get married and we'll start touring together. But it's been really fun. We did a whole month in February and it's been really successful. We tell stories of how we met. I was a contestant on American Idol and he was a guest mentor, and the songs sort of that we do on the show are sort of dictated by our storytelling. It's hard to cover all of David's songs from his huge career that he's had in 90 plus minutes, but
I thought you were saying 90 years. In 90 plus years.
Well, that's possible. But we do cover a lot, and I sing a lot of different types of styles of music. We do some songs from the shows that I was
Smash on. And from Waitress, and so because Kat has her own catalog going as well, and it's just a lot of fun, and you can expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys about. Some of your, David, you've got, Chicago, some Whitney Houston. How did you guys decide on putting together your set list, so to speak? I mean, because you have so many amazing songs between, the two of you. That must have definitely been a chore.
Well, between us and whoever's watching, Kat is a little afraid of my Celine Dion and Whitney Houston songs. Not that she should be, because she sings them great, but I have to force her on stage to do some of those songs.
Not entirely true.
Well, because they're hard.
They are hard.
They're really hard. Even Celine Dion used to complain about.
I love her.
I love this song, but it's so hard.
It's just I think singing Celine songs are just Celine.
She's perfection.
She was just so amazing. It's hard to. But anyway, I do try and cover a few of them. But again, it's even more fun to just tell the stories behind some of those songs, because a lot of people don't know those stories, and I love hearing about them. But there's stories about Barbra Streisand and your time with Chicago, the band, and there's just so much to cover. So
and I think people enjoy. They can't touch Barbra Streisand or Celine or Whitney, obviously, or Chicago.
Thank you.
But what
I said, thank you.
Yeah, but they can feel close to the music. They can't through us.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, too, I have heard that there is a little bit of audience participation on this tour as well.
David loves that part of the show.
Love it.
This is when I leave the stage, and he tries to get people up to sing. And
it's always random. It's never picked. It's never pre-planned.
No, but sometimes I would say most of the time we'll really get great people up there. And so it's always surprising to the audience, because I think people think the people who come up there are plants, but they're not. They're just people who love music and have a talent for music. And so far, he hasn't signed any record deals from the performances, but you never know. It's possible. He's capable of it.
I mean, we did find that one. We saw that one girl she does a Celine Dion tour.
Yeah.
And I follow her now on Instagram. Yeah. She's great. I forget her name now, but.
Now, is there anyone that is, jumped up, or that is maybe not has talent that is, maybe participated?
Yes. And you know what? It's because I'm so sarcastic. I really just want to say, sit down. Don't sing another note. But you can't, because that's mean. And
no. He wants to be mean.
Well, I want to be mean, but I try not to be. But honestly, I don't understand sometimes how people, they're going, pick me, and then they get up there and they don't know what to sing. And they can't sing, we make fun.
But they think they can. So then it's it's fun experience for them. Yeah. So we encourage all singers.
I love it. And also, you guys, obviously you're touring together. So what exactly is that like?
Depends on the day. Oh, I'm just kidding. I mean, The the bus is a huge adjustment. Like we decided in February to do a bus tour because it was going to be more practical with all the dates we were doing back to back. And it kind of takes it out of you because there's a real adjustment of trying to learn how to sleep on these buses. But then weirdly,
It's so much easier.
It's so much easier. And then you get really connected and close. You get really very comfortable on your bus. So it's like when you get on there, you're just like, oh, it's so great. It becomes a second home. So we actually don't even sleep in the same room on the bus because
we tried it,
but it's you're like moving around and climbing over each other, trying to use the bathroom and stuff. So it is definitely different.
But easier than hotels, cars, airplanes.
Flights,
it's much easier.
Yeah. So does Rennie get to go on the tour with you guys too?
He does.
Sure does.
We drag him around for as long as we possibly can.
We know the window's closing because school's coming.
Yeah, he seems to enjoy being on the road with us. He loves the tour bus. He doesn't sleep as much as he should on the tour bus, so that's challenging for the early mornings and things like that. But hopefully this next time around, this is our second month-long tour, and we're just all going to get more used to it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's just having a beer with the band and then he falls asleep.
I was going to say on social media, I've seen him on his little drum set, drumming away. He's definitely got some music talent going.
Yes, he does.
He does, for sure.
Also, too, I know, David, that you've worked with a ton of artists. Is there, hard to pick, but is there a favorite one? Or is there somebody that maybe that you'd like to work with in the future that you haven't had an opportunity to work with yet?
Favorite, Katharine McPhee. The favorite has changed. It used to be Alice Cooper because he was so fun to work with. And then Seal, I did an album with Seal that was so much fun. And I mean, I've very rarely not had fun, although it does happen. And then it's a slugfest for both the artist, who's probably not having fun either, and myself. But I don't produce records anymore, so that chapter is closed, but now we have a new chapter of touring and Broadway musical and other stuff that's filling that time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, Katherine, too, just kind of away from the music realm, you've got some other projects, too, that you're working on. You actually have a jewelry line.
I do, yes. It keeps me pretty busy. We debuted like over a year and a half ago, and then we moved the jewelry line, pretty much a lot of it, to HSN. So we sell a lot of stuff on HSN. So it's like just another outlet, creative outlet for
she loves jewelry. I find her at night at midnight. Where are you? She's gone for an hour. She's in the bathroom playing with her jewelry, like
playing dress up,
putting things together. And like I don't get it because it means nothing to me, but
that's okay. I get it. It's a whole thing. I mean, you have to have the right jewelry for the right outfit. And
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah. And David, too, both of you are involved in a lot of charitable work, but you actually created the David Foster Foundation kind of, back in the 80s. Tell us a little bit about that for us.
It's been a great love affair for me, and we've helped so many families, and which is great news, of course. And that old saying about you get more than you give, and it's true. And I watch the success of these families, and it's really a great feeling. And we have some great donors all over the world.
But the organization supports families of children who are needing life-saving organ transplants. So it's really important to support these families when they're going through a really, really horrible time in their lives. Right. So that's what you guys have done.
Yeah, and we have a big event coming up in Los Angeles in November, right around my birthday, and that's going to be amazing. And we just keep doing it. I've probably done over 100 concerts, and Kat's probably done at least 10 with me over the last 10 years.
And finally today, if there are just 3 words that you could describe your show, An Intimate Evening with David Foster and Katharine McPhee, what 3 words would you pick?
Why would you ever limit a songwriter to 3 words?
I know. This is a hard one.
You do your 3 and I'll do my 3.
Okay. Expect the unexpected. Is that what you were going to say?
That's like a full sentence.
But it's 3 words.
Okay, well mine
we'll
is
take it. We'll take it.
A sentence: irreverent, surprising, and fun.
Oh.
I love it. Well, we are definitely looking forward to having you guys here in Kalamazoo. We can't wait. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
And An Intimate Evening with David Foster and Katharine McPhee will be at Miller Auditorium on Friday, May 3rd, starting at 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at just $46, and you can get yours by going to millerauditorium.com.